Hello, welcome to BunniPhish Crafts. I'm your host Heather, known as BunniPhish, on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. Today is Monday, the 28th of June, 2021, and
today Layla is 10 months old now.
Oh, very exciting. Baby cousin is 10 months old, and I think this is episode 20, for 2021. We are at the beach because it's supposed to rain the next several days. So the kids wanted to go to the beach. We are here. We are not quite set up, but tragedy this morning. So Patrick was super sweet and brought me this poke rice bowl, and I'm so excited to eat it, but it's spilled inside my bag. And the main thing it spilled on is my journal. So I'm gonna kind of rinse the edges of the pages and, get off what I can, but yeah, that's where we're at. I haven't unpacked yet, obviously. I'm not ready. It's not yours.
It's not mine.
No, get over here.
No, it's not mine. All right, I'll go get you. It's mine.
If you spill that, I'm gonna be so mad.
You can't walk.
I don't know why he thinks it's cute to try to take my food, but he will bring it back or he'll be grounded forever.
What? Get back here.
Aaron, this is for you and Avery. Okay, show him what happened.
I lost a tooth.
Look at you.
Hello.
So old. Such a big girl. I've emptied the bag, and the only things that have really been hit is this lotion, this pen, and a penny, and the bag itself. So I'm gonna do my best to rinse that out too. I don't have anything to wipe out the bag with, like the napkins or anything.
That's why you use me.
But I do have some masks that are cloth, so I'm just gonna use those. I'll wash them when I get home. And I'm probably also gonna wash this bag when I get home. I'm definitely gonna wash this bag when I get home. Well, it's fine. I have a reusable shopping bag I can use to carry my stuff home. All unpacked and ready. Things have been wiped off and wiped out. For the most part, this staining is on like non-essential parts of the page, so I think I'm gonna go through and cut it off of pages. I might not do it for all of them, depending on if the stain got on something important that was written, but I don't think it did. So I have water bottles, I have sunblock, I have deodorant, I have these minis, which I'm hoping to work into, or at least some of them work into, one of my mitered square blankets. I have fiber and a spindle because it is Tour de Fleece and I want to spin a monster skein this year, so I brought some little fluffs. I'm about to devour this as soon as I stop recording. I also have some cherries for myself. I have the list of things that my kiddos are supposed to do during the day because all of these M's should be H's. I was putting Mom instead of Heather, and I feel like that could be confusing since Mara starts with an M. Anyway, they're gonna do some of these things while we're here. Oh, I forgot to mark off that Mara did her chores too. I brought a word search puzzle in case they want it, and I brought some extra sheets of paper. I also brought a coloring book. I brought the 2 books that I'm actively reading right now, Stamped and Spin the Dawn, so I'll probably read some of those. I brought way too much knitting with me. I have trough. I have a shorty sock that I started that I'm ready to put the heel in on. I brought my nor'easterly blanket. I brought mitered square blanket. I also brought a new blanket that I started at the ZK. I don't know if I talked about this. I'm planning on doing a crocheted moss stitch blanket. So it's basically you have your setup. I did a foundationless single crochet setup, and then you single crochet one, chain one, skip one all the way across, and then on subsequent passes you single crochet into the chain one space and chain one over the single crochet. So I have those. I also have this yarn to cast on the second sock for the talk sock, which I also don't think I showed you guys a roundup of what I did at the ZK. It's fine. I finished the first talk sock, so I'm gonna cast on the second one at least. I want to get that started. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm gonna touch everything that I brought today. Like, I say that I overpacked, but everything will get something touched, except like the word search book and the coloring set. That's not for me, it's for them. So my children are out. It's a little after 2. My kids are both out of the water. They're getting changed, and we have errands that we need to do before I drop them off and go to work tonight. I have to teach. Y'all, reentry is hard, but I'm so grateful that my kids are old enough that I could take a 20-minute nap on the beach today. Because for real, I probably would not have been safe to drive if I had not had that nap. I think I just said that really strangely. Whatever, I think you'll get what I mean. So, fun random stories of people being super generous to my kids today. I mean, not super generous, but like generous to my kids. They have a budget that they can spend every week. I talked about this last week, no, maybe 2 weeks ago. And they asked if they could get a snorkel. And I said, they both wanted goggles with snorkels. And I said, sure, that's fine. And then I realized that I didn't bring enough cash for that because they didn't ask until we were here. And I didn't want to send them with my card because that's not the point. I want them to like hold the money, count the money. So I told them they could split one. And then next time we come, I'll make sure to bring money so that they can buy another one. And it was $12, and I only had 5 singles, so the rest had to be in change because I had that much change in my purse. But apparently I only counted out $6 instead of 7, and I'm not super far from concession stands, maybe 100 yards. So Gabriel, they had both gone over there. But the boy child, he was going to come back here and grab another $1 because of course. But someone at concessions was like, oh, no big deal, and just like gave them the other $1, even though I was right here. It was super nice. I gave them $1 in quarters to try to like see if they could find the person, but couldn't find them. Gabriel did make sure that I knew that he not apologized. Sorry, there's text going across my screen, and one of the words was apologize. He did thank the person, so that was super nice. And then when I woke up for my nap, it is time to go. So I went to find my kiddos, and they were out in the water. So I had to wade out into the water up to my knees and almost got the bottom of my dress wet, but I didn't. But Mara was out there, and she was like, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what is going on? What did I just walk into? She had lost the snorkel from her goggle set. Well, from her and Gabriel's goggle set. And I was like, okay, it's not a big deal. It's fine. Like, you still have the goggles. It's fine. So Gabriel came back, and I went to the bathroom, and then I came out, and Gabriel was up here, and I was like, so Mara lost the snorkel, so I guess when we come back, you'll get the new set, and the snorkelless one will be Mara's. And he was like, oh, someone just gave me goggles and a snorkel. And I was like, what? So now they have two, and that's cool. I mean, we're gonna super sanitize the new one because, you know, COVID times. But yeah, that was really, really lovely for my small humans and me, but mostly for them. Okay, here comes one small human, so we're gonna get packed up so we can get on errands. I will see it in a bit. I know the view isn't super pretty because it's the back of the back lot of the store, but this is my favorite sound. All right, friends, so I'm at the yarn shop. Class starts in 10 minutes. Kind of don't know if people are going to be here on time because of the rain. I'm so tired. We went to the beach. We were there for, I don't know, maybe 5 hours. So not as long as normal, by an hour. But then we went to the library so Mara could get a book to read during summer reading. And then we went to the car wash because my car needed to be cleaned out. The thing about being busy all the time during the school year is that things just happen. Like, I just cleaned out the car 2 months ago or something. It took us an hour to pull out all of the things that were in the car. Some of those things stay in the car all the time. Like, we go to the beach so often that the kayak, the camping chairs, those things just stay in the car because we go to the beach or the park all the time. But like, we pulled everything out. It just took an hour to pull everything out and vacuum because my kids are gross. That's why it took so long. And also, if you're not sitting on Mara, basically, she'll get super distracted really easily. So, and it was hot. It was like 90s. So that took a long time. And now I'm tired, but now it's raining, so hopefully it'll be cooler when I leave here. It was only just starting. Like, I pulled in and something hit my windshield and I was like, what is that? It was the rain. It was the rain starting, which was really nice because I ran out of quarters for the rinse portion of my car wash. I have popcorn in my tooth. I'm sorry. I got it. So, sorry. Super professional. So yeah, thanks Mother Nature for taking care of that rinse for me. I think the rain is going to be gone before my class starts, honestly. I think it's going to be a hit it and quit it sort of situation. But okay, I should get ready for class. For me, this is the most wonderful time of the year and the happiest season of all. Happy Tuesday! So this is what I'm going to work on today. This part of the wall has been unpainted forever and ever and ever and ever.
It hurts my head.
The rest of the dining room is pretty much good and has been for a long time, but this wall had mirrors and stuff on it. And they were my sister's, and I didn't want to move them, but she moved out ever ago. And they were old. Okay, stop. I got rid of the mirrors probably Christmas break-ish. And I was like, okay, I'm going to paint the wall. And then I just never did because the lighting in this room is awful in wintertime. And I was like, nope, I'm going to wait. So today's the day because this is going to transform into something beautiful. Today, you want to color in one wedge at a time. So today's crafty project for Mara is, hold it over the fabric, is tie-dyeing. She's never done it before. So you're doing a good job. Keep going. So here is step one. I'm going to do a shirt for Gabriel too. This is not one of the official dye techniques that they tell you, but I'm just going to wipe out the sink with this one. That's fine. Also, as you can tell, I didn't wear gloves, but the kit that we got did come with gloves. Okay, so now Mara's dye colors are done, and Gabriel waited until I was cleaning up to be like, oh, can I tie-dye too? Even though we invited him. So I'm going to rinse out these bottles and rinse out the sink, and then set up Gabriel with his bottles. It is Wednesday morning. All of the shirts have been unbanded, so I'm going to go throw them in the wash. But as we were doing that, I have this sheet that I want to dye with bullseyes. It's just a little bit old, so it's kind of dingy, and I'm thinking bucket dyeing it will be really cool, but I know that if I sat down and just did all the bullseyes on the whole sheet, I would hate it. So I decided as we went I would bullseye a little bit. And if I do a couple bullseyes a day, then by the time we tie-dye next, which I don't know when that will be, but I'm sure it'll happen again this summer, maybe it'll be ready, or it'll be half done, so I'll only have half to do. Hello, sunshines. I'm in the yarn shop. There is about 20 minutes before the shop opens, which is good because my first personal order of business today is winding some yarn. I am putting the trough I'm working on hold to cast on a different trough. When I was at the marketplace on Saturday, Erin of 3 Irish Girls really liked my trough, and so I'm going to make her a sample for her booth, and I want to get that underway. So casting that on today at some point, winding the yarn for sure before the shop opens. And then I had a little stroll through the shop. We don't have any orders that need to be processed, and there are no notes on the counter for me, so it'll just be cleaning and restocking and general upkeep of the shop, I think. Oh yeah, okay. So this checklist that I made with my kids, let's talk about that for a second. It's working out. That's my hand in the way. Sorry, it's going to stay there. It's working out pretty well, but it is taking my daughter a really long time to do her list, and she's like, oh, Gabriel has so much more time with his tech than I do. And I'm like, well, too bad, do the list instead of playing in between every single task. Like, there's only 20 or so tasks that she has to do, and some of them only take like 2 minutes, like brushing your teeth and getting changed. I mean, the chores do take longer, but if she would just do the chore instead of playing while doing the chore, it wouldn't take so long. So anyway, it's becoming a hassle, but I'm going to push through it because once it becomes routine, it will be easier. And I'm excited for tomorrow because we have an adventure. Okay, let me get this yarn going. Hey Sunshines, it is Thursday morning and we are getting ready to go on an adventure. Mara's in the car with me right now doing some schoolwork. Patrick and Gabriel are we're at a gas station. They're getting snacks and I'm so excited. I'm not going to tell you what we're doing. It's a secret until we get there.
It's the dino place.
Ugh. It's a dino thing. They know it's a dino thing. It's because they were listening at the door. Rude.
It was funny.
My outside layer of my cake fell off. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. Look how beautiful this yarn is. It's from 3 Irish Girls. I love it. So here's our bag, which was a little bit extra to buy, but it's pretty cool. Go ahead, you pull things out.
So we
Got a water bottle and a Hatch surprise. I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to look at it later.
Oh, I know it is.
Okay, what is it?
It's see that?
Yeah. What is
You're
it?
meant to chip at it?
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Dino.
Wait, but you gotta see the dino. stickers
Origami.
and origami instructions.
Mom, we can wash our hands over here.
Okay, go ahead. We're at the porta potties. And shark teeth,
Probably mine.
probably. Donut, donut, donut. Just got eaten by a megalodon. Okay, what else do we got? No, not the dinosaur, baby. Rude. And a little dino figure. And a dino puzzle. And a poster.
How big is the poster?
The poster is pretty big. Are you going to assist or are you just going to stand there and ask questions?
I'll read it.
Ba-da, ba-da. Yeah, that's all the things.
Which cow?
Well, this one says hi, breakfast. Okay, so just put your hand flat. Oh, is that delicious? Cute. Oh, very cute. What about this one? No, it didn't eat all of them. Thank you, cow. We're gonna feed this one too. This one says hi, breakfast. Put your hand flat. There you go. Oh, you're cute. You're so cute. I don't have any more. I don't have no more. Here are the tie-dye shirts. So I think I'm going to over-dye that one because it was a stained shirt of Patrick's and the stained part is still stained. I don't think I'm going to over-dye it a lot, just a little bit in the center, but make sure I hit that when I do it. This is Gabriel's. I think it turned out really cool. This one is Mara's. That one is Mara's. This is one of the shirts I used to soak up the extra dye, so I'm probably going to over dye that. This was also an extra dye shirt, so probably going to over dye that some more. And then this was a dingy t-shirt of Patrick's. I think it looks kind of cute now with the gray and blue and purple. I'll at least wear it this season. Hello, sunshines. It is almost 4 p.m. on Friday, and I have barely chatted with you all at all today. I have been knocking out my to-do list. So I've been adding things to my to-do list all week, but honestly, I think the only day that I did stuff on my to-do list was Monday, maybe. So I've been knocking out my week's to-do list, and I just haven't had a chance to chat with you yet. I did a little bit of knitting this morning. I finished a mitered square, and that's it. But I'm almost done with my to-do list. The last things are showing Gabriel how to make chicken soup. So he made chicken on whatever day that was, Monday maybe, and then we made stock on we made stock that day. Like, we did the chicken. He pulled out the chicken, all the meat, and left the bones in. We filled it up with water in the crock pot and cooked it on high overnight to make the stock. And then in the morning we strained it. And then it's been sitting in the fridge for a couple days because we were mostly gone. So tonight he's going to make chicken soup. So he just has to shred the chicken, put it in the pot with the stock, and cut up some veggies. And that's what we're going to do for dinner. And then my plan is mostly knit and read until bedtime. I do have to do a little bit of painting on a wall, and then I'm done with that wall. I'm so excited. Yeah. Some people are so good and can paint like a whole room in one go, and I am not that person because my ADD is like, okay, next task. Okay, we're done. So, yeah, that's why that dining room wall has not been finished painting. All I have to do is finish up the trim on it, and then that wall is finished. So we're at my dad's. Longtime viewers might remember that right about here was a trampoline last time we were here. Apparently it's about a half mile down the road in someone's pond because there was a really big storm on Tuesday. So, in another couple days when it's dried out a little more, my dad's gonna go get it. Children are, of course, in the pool, which is their natural habitat at Grandpa's house if it's hot. And if it's cooler, they're on quads, but it's hot. Look what I did. I cast on too many stitches because I was in the car and I was talking to Patrick. It's all your fault. All your fault.
What? It happens.
But I didn't get that far, so. So we are on our way to a new Grandpa attraction. Apparently, there's a ninja course. Are you ready? Let's go see what it is. The kids are super excited. That's a little ominous. Why don't you just say?
My cousin's name with the colored hair.
Hi.
Her name is Cecilia.
I'm good.
I got a firefly, but it's barely even glowing, as you can tell.
Well, it's probably kind of scared being in the jar.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to get out. That's okay. We're gonna let it out in a few minutes.
Okay.
We're not gonna keep the fireflies.
Yeah. Okay, so basically some are barely glowing in the dark. Now I'm ready to let them free.
Okay. Home for tonight is this camper. So this is my dad's camper. A child or two will be sleeping there. I think those are recliners, so also probably children there. And then the little kitchenette that we're not going to use because we're literally in my dad's driveway. So, and then this is where I'm going to be sleeping. Ta-da, ta-da! I guess Patrick can sleep here too, I guess. But last time we stayed in the camper, he wasn't here, so I got that whole bed to myself. I guess I'll share. Fine. Hey sunshines, it's Sunday morning and I just dropped Patrick off at work. So I decided I would come home, feed the dogs, let them out, hang out for just a little while so that I could, feed them and then let them out so that they don't potty in the house. And then I'm going to head back out to my dad's. I'm also filling all of our water bottles because my dad has well water. That's gross. And we could buy water bottles, or I can just fill 2 water bottles for each of the kids and like 4 water bottles for me and get through the day. I'm gonna have some sushi for breakfast because when I dropped Patrick off, I bought myself some sushi and a Bolt House chai latte. Oh, my favorite. So that's gonna be breakfast. But let's talk about what I have read this week. I started the week reading Spin the Dawn. This was my ZK reading, and I didn't finish it, which is fine. So I finished it, I don't know, early in the week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, and yeah. Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. It feels like a lot of fairy tales kind of mashed together. Definite Mulan vibes at the beginning, and then various other non-European fairy tales. But I really enjoyed it. I have the second one, and it's on my to be read list, so I'll get to that soon. I also started and finished One Good Night by Mercedes Lackey, which was good, and also fairy tales. This one is like St. George and the Dragon, kind of, and the princess whose kingdom is messed up by a dragon. And so this is the 500 Kingdoms series, and the idea is that there's something called the tradition, which is like magic, and it pushes people onto certain paths. Not always good, but the tradition likes tropes. So the characters have to either decide to work against the tradition or try to twist the tradition to what they want. So started and finished this. I started another book yesterday, but it is in the camper at my dad's house, so when I get back there, I will tell you about it. Also, a quick trough update. So that's the one that I am making for Erin of 3 Irish Girls, and I've paused because I have a question for Erin. And then this one is the one that I was working on, so I've picked it back up while I wait for a response from Erin. So yeah, those are both going well. I also used up the minis that I had picked out while at ZK for my nor'easterly. As you can see, I made it through the entire first strip. Now I'm on the second strip, and not today, but sometime in the next few days, I will pick out a few more minis to go in. And holding them on this cable actually worked really, really well. It didn't bother me at all to have them hanging out there, so I will continue to do that as I go. Yesterday, I started How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House by Cherie Jones. I'm only about 30 pages in. Don't know what to think about it yet. A lot happens in the first 30 pages. So I'll check back when I have more to say. But right now, I think I'm going to try to get a little nap because we had to get up very early to drive Patrick into work. Hi, sunshines. I just woke up from like a 3-hour nap. Seems to be a trend on some days. I think my body is finally like, no, rest. Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll just lay down for like an hour. Like, not sleep, just lay down. My body was like, oh, you thought. I don't feel bad about it though, because I was available for hanging out all evening yesterday. And also my kids are practically grown-ups. They didn't miss me. They came in separately. They each asked me a question, saw that I was falling asleep, and haven't bothered me since, because my kids are amazing. Also, I don't do well with hot, and it is hot. So, yeah, my buddy's like, we don't do this. Go back to winter, please. And I say, body, that's not how seasons work. And it says, maybe you should fix that. Unfortunately, body, seasons are going in the opposite direction.